Hello, I'm Kevin Tame, and welcome to the Hacktivist. Today I am going to be receiving some coaching from vinegarymink, also known as Alex White. Can you actually, Alex, tell me what is the genesis of vinegarymink?
Vinegarymink.
Is that Vine-Gary? Is that what it is?
No, it's vinegarymink, but lots of people read it as Vine-Gary, which actually probably sounds better. It's not very exciting, honestly. It was like a randomly generated username for something. I think it was like Xbox Live on Xbox 360 or something. Like I was just generating a random username, and it was never taken on anything. So I just started using it. And if I knew that people would come up to me in real life at some point in the future and go, "Hey, you vinegarymink," then I probably would have picked a different username. But it was too late by the time that happened. So here we are. My Jinteki, the Jinteki one I usually use is Zachary Xylophone, which I think is way better, and I wish I'd picked that to begin with. But there are worse things to regret. Yeah, I think that sounds funnier, but there are worse things to regret.
Yeah, I am basically Kevin Tame everywhere on the internet. So
yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Pretty much my name. I am just not creative enough, I think, is what it comes down to.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
So you were suggesting that we play 419, right?
Yeah, I think 419 is kind of the hot new exciting ID. Criminal IDs have since Andy rotated, we haven't really had a slam dunk obvious best crim ID. So it's certainly worth looking at every single one as they come out. 419's ability is pretty cool. Some people have a problem with the exposed mechanic, but I don't think the ability would be great, except for the fact that criminal have some synergy with exposed now. Aumakua is already good. 419 is comboing with Aumakua. Falsified Credentials is a pretty cool new good card that is good with 419 because you're more likely to be able to hit off Falsified Credentials, and Falsified Credentials is good with Aumakua. So kind of Aumakua, Falsified, and 419 are all kind of this trifecta, I think. And now the challenge is building the rest of the deck. So I got this deck from Chris Dyer and Tim Fowler, who've just thrown it out into the wild to see, maybe if it's good for Euros. And the approach we're doing here is we're kind of looking at the fact that 419 has got that link. And so we're playing a Security Nexus deck.
Cool. So what is the general game plan here? Like, so what do I want to be doing?
So we're kind of just trying to build a rig. We've got a lot of cards that synergize with each other. So we've got things that will increase our link, Security Nexus being the obvious one, and then Maxwell James is another one. And then if we get a decent amount of link and some power taps into play, then every time a trace fires, we're probably going to win it anyway, and we're going to gain credits. This is going to combine with Citadel Sanctuary, which if you're tagged at the end of your turn, it fires trace 1, and if the trace is successful, the tag goes away. This can combo with Rogue Trading, which is a pretty powerful econ resource that lets you click twice to gain 6 credits, but tags you. So if you do the maths, if you're manually removing the tags after using Rogue Trading, you're spending 3 clicks to gain 4 credits, which is not particularly exciting. So that card really wants Citadel Sanctuary as well. So once you get all this stuff going, you're generating a lot of money. Security Nexus is getting you in anywhere. Aumakua is making up the difference, along with the Femme Fatale and Maxwell James, and we should be able to get in anywhere is the idea. We also gain a little bit of splash damage against decks that are looking to trace us. So if they're playing hard-hitting news, if they're CTM, we can really blank them. Your CTM matchup is pretty solid if you can get through the early game.
Oh yeah, I've played as CTM against this, and it was horrible.
Yeah, you have to go really, really fast, or you just get locked out. They can start they can just start getting traced for value against you, which is particularly insulting. So they'll run and trash something, let the trace fire, gain 2 credits off power tap, take the tag, end the turn, let the trace fire again, and eventually it's wrong for CTM to fire their ability. Then that's a really bad spot to be in.
Yeah. Or like when they run in and they hit resist. Like I'm like, I don't even think I want to resist resistor because they're going to make money off this run.
Yeah, yeah. The meaningful ice is down to Toll Booth, and then maybe Endless Eula. And this deck has also got Credit Kiting, which is another tag card that gives us a benefit, and also Deuces Wild. And this is a really fun deck if you're a fan of the card Deuces Wild, because we're going to be using all of the 4 modes on Deuces Wild normally. So the Expose an Ice and Make a Run is good for Aumakua. It can give you a surprise counter. Remove a Tag is sometimes useful if you don't have your Citadel Sanctuary to make your Road Trading or Credit Kiting better. And then drawing 2 and gaining 3 is always good. So it's pretty fun. And yeah, we're going to try and set up remote locks or counter whatever the corp is doing. And then we're going to end up also using our turning wheel to run a lot because once you get to the late game, you don't need to spend clicks on anything like a lot of Nexus decks. Once you're set up, you're just trying to run every click.
Cool. So should we give this a roll?
Yeah, let's try and jump into a game. We've also got some other cool stuff that we'll talk about as it comes up, like Corporate Grant. It's pretty interesting.
This is a corp. Should we join this?
Yeah, let's try. Let's see what's up. So our pretty awkward matchup is Titan. Any corp deck that can go reasonably fast is going to be tough. Ooh, what's happened?
I don't know what's happening.
You jumped into a different game here.
Oh, it looks like I did, yeah. So, oh, this is a game that was just finishing up. Is that right?
Oh, it looked like. Oh, maybe. Okay.
This is very weird.
Yeah, that's neither of those usernames are that. You could refresh JNet, I guess, would be the only thing I can think of to try when this happens.
What's kind of strange is it said like join, right?
Yeah. Did this stream go up in Slack? I didn't see it in UK, and UK players might be interested to see that we're streaming.
Yeah, I don't have access to that, but I can send the link to you.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, no, it did. I just saw it in Stimbot. No, we're all good.
So this person's went up again. Let's see if it's working now. Asmaria Tech.
Interesting.
So they want to build a server, which is nice, right?
Yeah, this matchup is pretty even in my experience. I think this hand is a keep.
These power taps are really nice to see early, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Once you can get over the tempo hit of paying 2 credits to install them, like they'll start to pay back pretty quickly. The only reason Asmara is awkward is if they figure out what's going on, they're going to get their ID ability a lot, so they're going to make a decent amount of cash. And their deck is pretty okay at going fast.
Yeah.
So if they realize what's up, then it might become a bit harder. Part of the reason Maxwell James is so good in this deck is the link is good, and the bypass kind of inside job ability is also. Oh yeah, so
what is this? Oh, I have to say this every time that I want to do that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
We got some comments here from Catherine Underwood saying she likes your hair a lot.
Well, it's just a mess. I'm just a bit of a mess right now. I only got it cut like a month ago. I'm pretty upset about how unwieldy it is. But thank you, Catherine.
So they're naming event.
Yep. I think we have to eat it. I think we have to fire off this diesel.
So we fire the diesel. Okay, so fire the diesel. We got Underworld. We got a lot of good resources here.
Yeah, and we want to get them down, right? Because at some point they're going to name resource, but there is no way for us to get down Underworld Contact, Maxwell James, and Earthrise Hotel. I think we want to install 2 of those cards.
Okay. But do we want to use the get money from Deuces and expose? Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, if we play the Deuces, we only really want the money mode
because we don't really want to run.
No, we don't particularly want to run. We don't have tag to remove. I think that.
What if we do Underworld and a power tap? Because then we'll get the credit. Oh no, you need 2 link.
Yeah, power tap isn't going to do anything until a trace fires.
Yeah.
I think it's okay to just get Underworld Contact Maxwell down and then click for a credit. That is a little bit slow, but we can use Deuces to catch back up next turn.
So I'm going to play Underworld.
Yeah, and then Maxwell James, and then like take a credit.
Okay, it's a little awkward.
It is a little awkward, yeah. But I think we want to get that Underworld Contact going. I think this game's going to go on long enough, so it's better to get it down earlier. And the Earthrise Hotel, we can wait on a little bit. Yeah, so they're not going too fast.
Okay.
We're doing okay. Let's see what they name here. Yeah, so one of the things about Deuces Wild is you have to be. Oh yeah, just expose that. Data loop. Okay.
So data loop. I don't usually see this in. Mostly like I only see this in Jinteki decks, to be honest.
Yeah, that's very strange.
So should we play the deuces now for draw and money? Looks
I
like.
think so. They named event, and their credit total is low enough that I think it's actually okay to just hold the deuces.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if that maybe that's wrong, but like I would start by drawing a card here. Okay. So we have Citadel Sanctuary and some power taps. We just need to start finding a way to fire traces. So once we find a rogue trading, we can start making things happen.
Oh, and you can use rogue to like, and then use the Citadel Sanctuary. You basically take rogue and then use Citadel Sanctuary to clear.
Yeah, and it's pretty common because there's an awkwardness. The first time you do it is the hardest time, right? Because they might be able to just pump the trace a whole bunch, tag you, and then trash stuff. So you need to be careful. Like once you've jumped that hurdle once, rogue trading is going to start paying for itself. But it's usually still okay because rogue trading gains you 6 credits.
Gotcha.
So I think I want to get the Earthrise Hotel down and just take a couple of credits here. That'll put us to 2, and that's 3 at the beginning of our next turn, which is still pretty respectable.
Yeah. And that gets us the draw we need.
Yeah. They might want to. They can't really rush here unless they find more ice, so that's pretty good. Because Data Loop costs 7, and we can run HQ and use Maxwell James.
Yeah.
Trying to call cards by their proper names. I have a lot of like dumb nicknames for most of these cards, but I'm just it's just going to be
dumb nicknames for Maxwell James.
Maxwell James is like there's actually a lot, but it's usually like Umbrella Man, Mr. Umbrella, or Barry Bypass are the other 3 that I've heard. Yeah, so take our expos.
Muse Hound. Okay.
Not a huge deal. Oh no. That's really bad for us.
Do we have any currents to clear this out?
Yeah, we have 3 copies of Corporate Grant.
But it's really bad right now.
Yeah, it is. What did they name? Event again. Ugh. Yeah, of course they did.
I think we got to play it though, right?
I think the play is credit, gamble, Aumakua. You usually want to get Aumakua down early because it makes your ID ability a lot better. Mm-hmm. They actually have to start thinking about paying to get rid of your ID ability. Otherwise, they just give you free Aumakua counters.
Gotcha. I forgot about that. I keep I'm so used to Aumakua being like me running and accessing and not the expose.
Yeah, so that's part of the reason that Deuces is good, because you can surprise run with an extra counter, because you just expose any ice and then run the server you were running anyway, and you're running with an extra counter, so you can screw up their plans that way. It's pretty neat. Ooh. Okay, so so the News Hound is going to end the run.
Mm-hmm.
And
the News Hound is, what is this? It's 4?
2.
Strength 4.
Yeah, 2 to res, strength 4.
So we got
this is a
current.
Yeah, so this is a pretty interesting turn, right? Mm-hmm. We could. So we know that the server 1 is Data Loop with a News Hound in front of it.
And they can't res Data Loop, right? Well, like, not with. Let's see.
Yeah.
7 and 2, so that's 9. That's their money.
Yeah. So if that's an NGO and we ran, it would be pretty bad because they could bounce back and then go for a score. If it's an SSO, I think it's probably correct to leave it.
For the SSL?
Yeah, sorry, I get SSL and SSO mixed up. The 5/3 agenda that pays you out, which is the most likely thing for it to be. What do they name? Event. Okay, well, probably going to have to let it fly.
So what do you think the play here is?
Oh, the other thing, of course, is if we play the grant, they're going to, and that's an agenda, we're going to lose the grant, but that's fine because we still kill the scarcity. Now might be the turn to play Deuces for draw and money. I know it floods our hand. We could expose HQ.
Make a run on archives, have 2 counters. Or if we can get through that HQ one, hit HQ.
Yeah, because if we get into HQ, then Maxwell James is live, and then we can also threaten the remote actually pretty well. Okay, yeah.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, so expose and gain money. I guess expose and run first.
Expose. Let's expose HQ. That's a news hound as well. It's quite annoying.
Yeah, we don't really want to let that fire. There comes a point with power taps where you can let news hounds just fire in you for money. As is.
Do I just run archives here?
Yeah, I think so. That's guaranteed value.
And then I'm going to gain 3.
Yep. And then like grant.
And I want to get my power taps down.
Yeah. I think you want to grant Citadel Sanctuary power tap. Because it's more of a problem. Because if they scarcity us within the next couple of turns, Citadel is just a better card to have down. Like this way, if they scarcity us, we can still draw into rogue trading and go. Gotcha. We don't want that Citadel to get stuck in our hand. Because we'll pay 2 for rogue trading. That's not so bad. Oh, yeah, so that's got to be an NGO, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Always be playing around those NGOs.
Yeah, of course.
Yep. Probably, my guess is Corp Sales Team.
Biovault.
Biovault. What is a Biovault?
So they can advance it and then they can end the run. Like it's trash, 2 hosted advancement tokens, end the run.
Whoa. This is some kind of weird, like glaciery, even more glaciery than normal Asmari deck. Okay.
It's not very rushy, so that's actually probably a benefit to us.
Yeah, I agree. Weird though.
So we got rogue, so I can play this.
Yep. Okay, let's do a bit of maths. If you play it and hit it, you go to 10.
But they could boost for us to...
Yeah, so we just have to do all the maths here, I think, right? So we play it, they go to 17 credits because of grant. We hit it, we go up to 10, we can click for a credit, we go up to 11. At the end of our turn, a trace fires, which puts us up to 12. We have 2 link. So that means we can put in 14, and we can make it up to 14. They would have to boost by 14 themselves, putting them to 4 credits, and then they could start trashing things.
Isn't it better just to get power taps down and try and do that next turn?
So you want to just like install...
I don't think they're scoring this. I mean, this could be.
No, yeah, I certainly don't want to contest whatever that is. The question is, if we get taps down, are they just going to start taking more credits and making life like difficult for us? I think it's probably okay to like install. You want to install both taps,
mm-hmm.
So we could tap credit.
Okay, tap credit credit.
Yeah. If that's Rashida is the worst case scenario, by a long way actually. But yeah, this is good. If we can get over the...
Ooh.
No. It's good to call out things that are bad for you because you look smart even when you're losing. I know some people have that as a pet hate when a player's like, that's probably a trap, and then run it anyway. Because it's kind of like a win-win where if it is a trap, they look smart.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if you think it's a trap... Okay.
But it feels pretty... Oh, I guess rogue trading.
Rogue trading now costs 2 credits. But Underworld Contact is going to give us a credit. So.
We can now get through HQ, though, with this news hound, because it's at 4.
Yeah.
The data loop, I believe, is also 4.
Yep.
And, oh, they're on Fairchild 3.
That's their restricted card, which is notable.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to go to 3 credits when we start. I really want to just get this rogue trading going. But again, maths. So if we play it, we go to 1. We can click up to 7, click for a credit to 8. Trace fires, that puts us to 11.
It's still pretty risky.
It's a little risky. It really comes down to what tag punishment they have to me.
I feel like they want us to run.
Yeah. Well, so the thing about rogue trading is if they pay a bunch into it to tag us, like say they pay the 10 credits or whatever, they can trash power taps, which is kind of bad, I guess, but that's not great tempo. And then we clear the tag with Citadel Sanctuary anyway. If they do what people usually do and pay in and trust the Citadel Sanctuary, we can throw down another one. But if they have All-Seeing Eye or something, the game just ends.
Yeah.
So do we just want to like draw a card and click for 3 credits, or just maybe click for 4 credits?
We could contest HQ as well, but it could be risky.
So the other fun thing about contesting HQ is we let the man tag us probably, or we let the trace fire. We gain 3 credits, and then so hang on. So no, that doesn't work
because Newshound is. I think we just
trace 3 in a tag and
trace 3 in a tag.
It's either gain 3 and run or just gain 4, right?
I'm going to gain 4.
Yeah. And then next time we'll get the rogue trading going, and then after that we can start playing our game. I'm playing it pretty well, I would expect.
I need to let him know.
That's always the problem with coach games, right? Is it takes
Okay, so this is probably a Beal, right?
If it's a Beal, that's really good for us.
No.
Okay.
That feels like an NGO. Oh, wait. Or it's another one of those... it's another one of those biodomes. Can you have more than one? Is it a region?
Good question.
It is an off-site. So you can have multiple of these. So it could be one of those.
Yeah, so again, are we just risking...
Or we should know. Did they... Oh, no, they installed the ice. We exposed that. Yeah. They installed that.
They sequenced properly.
Okay.
So if we go to 6, we go up to 12. Our credit totals are still getting close. We'll still start getting closer and closer. If it's an NGO, for rig trading, which is all I'm looking to do, to be honest. Yeah, if they didn't have that scarcity, it would be fine, but there's no use lamenting.
So click 1, draw. No, we need to.
Yeah, I like a draw. We really want falsified credentials.
Woohoo!
Oh,
corporate grant.
I think we're still not at that point. I think we take 3, and then next turn we're granting trading and taking trading. Just click 3. Yep.
Because if this is an agenda, which it looks like it's going to be SSL probably.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
degree
sweet.
mill. Okay.
We don't mind so much about that card's ability in general, which is cool. We can just shuffle in power taps and stuff. Okay, yeah, this turn's pretty easy, I think. Just grant trading, take 6. Okay.
That feels
We're over
good.
the hump. Yep. So one thing that you can also do in this deck with Security Nexus is run into a nice Fire Nexus, lose the trace on purpose, gaining 3 credits from power taps, take a tag, end the turn.
Wait, what's it saying? They didn't boost it, so I'm already good, right? I don't even have to do anything.
Yep. That's the idea. So next turn, I think we're probably getting down Nexus and running. And then seeing what happens.
Russell says we need Hernando to make Eula really sad face. Oh man, that'd be brutal to res.
Yeah. Hernando. I don't think Hernando's a terrible card, but our deck already has enough weird, cute cards in it. Maybe there is a Corp denial, like I run a denial deck, but that's probably not worth looking at until the new Siphon comes out.
So now we can get through this whole server because now it's a Fairchild.
Yeah.
It's 5. So it's 5, 4, and 4.
The only thing we need to bear in mind is we need 2 cards in hand when we make a run. Because Data Loop demands those cards, right?
That's true. They're preventing the expose. Oh, so we don't get that. It's probably wise. Yep. But we can make a run on HQ, which is probably... Is it good to do that now?
I'm tempted to run the remote still.
Well, we do that. We run HQ because then Maxwell James is online.
Oh, sure.
We get a counter for Aumakua for 5.
Yeah.
And then we can get through that easily.
Yeah. Okay, I can respect it. And Yeah, there's a decent chance that we want to take a tag for value off one of those news hounds too. Because bear in mind that Citadel Sanctuary, every time it fires, gains us 3 credits now.
So data loop isn't required. Apparently, that's what the chat is saying.
Really?
Yeah, it's if you don't have them, you don't have to do it.
I guess I'm just used to playing against that card in PE where it's effectively is required. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Which one is that? That's the... Oh, you like Obokata? Like, that's required.
Where like if you're like, oh, no cards to put on top, they're like, okay, you die.
Do I let this fire?
We're gonna. Do you think we're gonna run the remote, right? So don't let it fire. Break it.
Oh, because you have to break all subs. Wait.
No. So
I get three credits from power tap.
Yeah, we don't want to take 2 tags. Oh, we still make a profit, right? Yeah. We pay 1. Yeah. Let it fire. My bad. Sorry, I didn't do the maths.
So I break the sub. I think I make a profit of 1 breaking the sub, and that's trace 3. I'm at 2. So I have to pay into 1.
You gain 3 and you pay 1 into it. Yeah. So this news hand makes you a credit every time you run through it now. Yeah, they probably should not rest. That's the maths pro tip. Oh, they do have endless either.
And then should we run this server 1? I think this is Fairchild. I mean, we can get through this.
Yep, I like it. Yeah, make it run.
We can also get rid of. We can derez one of these, the expensive one, like data loop.
Yeah, we can. We might want to not worry about that at the moment because we might want the link from Maxwell. That's my only concern.
So do I do this before I encounter if I want to? Oh, I guess I want. You're right. The link is good.
So Maxwell, I can't remember how Maxwell interacts with. What's the text on Maxwell?
Derez a piece of ice protecting a remote server. Use this ability only after a successful run.
Oh, so yeah, we can do it before the encounter. Oh, but this. Oh, I remember this ruling. So if we want to do the thing where Maxwell stops the effectively breaks the ice, we have to let the on encounter fire, or we can do it before encounter, but they'll have another chance to res, I believe.
So when are we doing? So
I think we do it before we encounter.
Do we want to use Maxwell James?
Oh yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe we just don't. Yeah, leave Maxwell for now. I think the link is still good
because we have this ability to just break it.
Yeah. Okay. Like let it. We need to put the 2 cards on top.
Only if they're 10, so it only costs me 1, and then I need to shuffle or put these 2 cards.
It's just place.
I could just die.
You could die. That would be pretty sweet.
If it's a snare.
Yep. We've seen some spicy splashes in this deck, right? Like we have to assume they're running 3 Fairchild. Fairchild 3. Oh yeah, it's only got 1 sub. Oh yeah, so I don't know. Maybe we should have let the data hound. Oh no, we did. Yeah, we did this correctly.
Echo chamber. I think we trashed that.
Yep, certainly.
And this bio vault.
Yeah, I don't see any reason not to.
Should we rogue or draw up?
I think we draw. And
I want this Nexus, I think.
Soon. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a decent chance that... Yeah, okay. If we had Turning Wheel, we'd have the sickest plan here where we just headbutt that news hound over and over again. Install a Nexus.
I'm going that route, sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. This is still good. We really would like to find like an Earthrise Hotel, or like Turning Wheel is essentially the last piece of the puzzle. But we might still be okay this game, right?
What turn is this? This is turn 10.
Yeah, they dirtled a bit too much in like the like late early game or the early mid game.
So they did purge, which is...
So now there's a good chance they're going to go for a score here. So do we know what the ice at the very
the first one is Fairchild 3.
Oh, it's Fairchild 3.
Yep.
Okay.
The next one is Newshound.
Yeah.
Then Data Loop.
So it's going to be pretty hard to get through.
So we can...
If we hit our inside job we can knock. We can't get through if we hit the inside job still, but we can get them 2 to score the 5-3 this turn.
Is there Dean Lister in this deck?
Nope.
Oh, that would be nice.
Sometimes stacked ice can be a little bit tough.
Okay, so what's our game plan here?
So we can Nexus and run that, but all that really forces that for them to do is install the news hound. But we could go draw a card, Nexus, run. They have to res the news hound. We let the trace fire. We gain 3 credits. We take the tag. We use Citadel Sanctuary to remove the tag. So we make a pretty decent profit and force them to spend 2 credits. So I think it's pretty likely that that's correct.
But we can't get through this data loop.
We can if we install the Nexus.
Oh, so we force them to res the news hound, but it has end the run, though.
Yeah. So it forces the news hound res, but it also gains us 6 credits.
And so because we'll just end the run before we hit the data loop.
Yeah, so we also won't need to put cards back on top. So I think that's pretty good.
But we're gonna end the run before from the news hound. We're not even gonna make it to data loop.
Yeah. Once there is the news hound, the run, but they have to res the news hound to make us so that the data loop also ends the run.
Okay, so we're gonna go for the server 1 right now.
We might as well draw cards first, right? If we draw our inside job, then that changes things. Okay, draw again.
Inside job. Okay.
Oh,
because this is a Fairchild, they could res that for 6.
We jump it. We go to new. Yeah,
that's a good play.
Yep. Sweet. If this is NGO, that's okay.
It's fine.
Like they don't have points, so yeah. So we still actually can't get in this way, but oh yeah, that's what.
6, 7, 8.
Oh no, they can score it. It bankrupts them because they spend 6 for the Fairchild, 2 for the news hound, is 8, and they're left with 3 credits. They can bankrupt themselves, and if it's SSO, it's a bit worse, but even so, it's still pretty good for us.
They did say event. That's where they got those 2 credits. I thought they had 9.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we can get in. We can get this.
Okay.
Oh, we get it for free.
Yeah. Well, we have to. Do we have to put 2 cards on top?
No.
Oh no, we're inside jobbing. My bad.
NGO. No. SSL. Sweet. Even better.
That's some points. So they're playing the deck where they have a bunch of 5-3s and then echo chambers. So we need to score 3 5-3s to win. We still need to be drawing cards because, yeah, like I said, Turning Wheel is good. Although we also should be
Is that the only multi-access? I guess Legwork, right? So Legwork would be good right now because they've been drawing a lot. What's this?
What the hell is standard
Play
procedure?
only if you made a successful run during his last turn. Name a card type, then reveal the grip. Gain 2 for each card in the grip that has the name type.
Okay, so they gain 2. Okay, and then they gain. That's pretty cute.
Wait, they gained 2 for each type. Wait, and I only they only gained 2.
They played 2 standard procedure, so they gained 2, and then they played another one, knowing what they were supposed to name this time.
Rashida.
We don't contest the Rashida. Right? Like, we can't get in, and it's just going to take us too much effort. I think we're drawing 3 times and making a run this turn.
Legwork. Do I run archives? Because I need some counters to be able to contest this news hound.
Well, we have... we can get in for free because of Security Nexus.
It has to end the run because of the current.
Yeah, we can just Nexus past it.
Oh, forgot about that. Should we run Legwork? See all the cards? Is it likely that they have hit agenda? 20 cards.
What's the... Asmari's minimum deck size 40, right?
Yep.
So that means, what, 18 points? So there's 4 more agendas left in the game.
Only 4? 3, 6. Oh, yeah.
It's not 9 plus 9, right?
Yeah. It's pretty low.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to get counters.
Yeah, I agree. We need to start threatening counters, so we should be running. Like I think I might like. We could run R&D like the other. Like if they don't have a hard end the run.
I'm doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the run R&D a lot because it might be like more free counters basically. After the Rashida, we may well want to Legwork.
So this is trace 6. We're at 3.
3 link, and we're going to gain 3 credits, so it basically just breaks even. So just let it fire.
Unless they boost it, right? That's the worst, and that's good to have them.
Yeah. And then we're probably going to run HQ and trace our way through HQ. Because again, Aumakua counters. Okay.
And then go for just a single HQ access, you think?
I think it's just a standard HQ run, yeah. And then, yeah, just use the Nexus. And Nexus is now also gaining us a credit. Because we spend 2 and we gain 3.
So this is trace 5, spend 2. Yeah, Laura, I think you're right. Who's in the chat? She's saying she doesn't think they have a win condition. Like if we can, contest it, and then get rid of the Nexus.
Yeah, they have to play this pretty slow. Well, so the only out they have is that their ice is strength 4, so they might do like a purge and then run. No, because if they purge, we just build up more counters. Like it's really important that we just always gain counters on our turn.
So we want to be running basically, hitting R&D, hitting HQ with Nexus.
Yeah. Yeah, because now they couldn't jam, right? Because they would IAA, and then we would run. If they have CVS, they have an out. This is the weakness of the 419 deck, is that you don't really have standard breakers. Oh, they might be able to try and build a huge data loop thing, but that doesn't seem great.
It doesn't tax you out. It's not required.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that. Okay. Yeah.
It says he or she must add 2 cards from his or her grip up to the top of the stack. So we got to counteract that because that is another data loop. And they put something back there. This is probably the echo chamber, right?
Yeah, seems likely.
We could legwork here.
Now's a great legwork point, right?
Or do we do a R&D run first and let it fire?
It doesn't really make a difference what order we do those 2 things in. I would just legwork first. So break the end the run, let the trace fire.
I did. Ugh.
Never mind.
I did not want to do that.
It's not a huge deal.
Well, I wanted to maybe contest this.
We can still contest it.
Oh, you're right. Because we'll have 5 counters.
Yeah.
Let's trash that.
Yeah.
Toll booth.
Okay.
I'm going to run R&D.
Yep.
Because then we can have another counter. Maybe I didn't trash that for the counter.
Oh, that's true, but
they're not boosting it.
No. There's not even anything that great for them to bounce. Like they would just bounce. Like, they can bounce Aumakua counters is something we do have to think about. Do you want to run the remote here?
So we would have to put in. Yeah, I'm going to run the remote, but I'm going to check archives first.
Okay. Yep, I respect it. They might be trying to like hide a 5/3 in there for a turn before preempting. Oh no! Okay. In that case, I would. There's a pretty good argument for running R&D just for a turtle counter. Okay. We didn't find that out at the worst possible time, right? So
yes,
because it would have been way worse if they jammed a 5 from like, okay, run archives to that counter.
They're debating if they want to boost this. It looks like.
Yeah.
You have to fire it though, right? Oh, it doesn't matter.
But they don't have to. It's 3 credit. Like nothing happens if they don't boost, or they can vamp both players.
I guess it's zeroed out, right?
Yeah.
So this is probably an echo chamber.
Yeah, which loses them whole turn.
Yeah, Laura, I think you're right. It is surprising that they discarded that in a way. They kind of want to do that mid-turn, right?
Yeah, that is very surprising. That, like I said, that's their best out. They should have just... They shouldn't even install it, probably. They should just hold it for a while. Oh, we're gonna...
Well, they'll probably pay for it. Maybe. This is the toll booth, I think.
Yep.
Oh, advancing.
This says NGO to me. How many NGOs have we seen gone?
We have seen one NGO.
So this is one of those cases where I predict NGO, but I think we have to run anyway.
You think so? They don't win.
Yeah, because if they get to 6, if we're wrong and they get to 6, then we have to respect every single thing they put in the server, because it could be the echo chamber.
I'm going to run R&D first.
Yep. Yeah, I love the R&D run, that's for sure. Not CVS, please. Oh man, power tap.
It's dumb. I mean, it's cool. It takes a long time. Oh, perfect.
Hey, agendas. It's a weird one.
Let's go back again.
Yep.
If they're not seeing him, we're going to probably see him.
Yeah, that's the other thing. We want to try and lock him. We also trash any echo chambers we see.
Woohoo!
Yeah, speaking of which.
Go
go back.
Because echo chambers, that is now 2 echo chambers down.
Yeah. And if they have to like print them back and then hope to draw them, it's awkward. If this is an echo chamber, like another one, I actually don't know what we do. There's a chance that we're supposed to just let it sit there and run the remote anyway.
This is NGO, so that's one of the NGOs.
Yeah, so leave that NGO, I think.
I can't contest because I have 2 strength, 5 ice.
Oh, are there 2 toll booth there?
There's 1 toll booth and then there's a Fairchild.
Oh, I forgot about the Fairchild. Okay. Then trash it and run again.
I really do think this is a... Oh, sorry. Sorry.
You think this server 1 is a real agenda now? Or...
I think it's a NGO. Feels like an NGO.
Oh, we should be Security Nexusing this Archangel. Because we haven't used it this turn. And it puts us up 1 more credit.
Yeah, when we make this run, we'll want to hit HQ. Oh, here's another NGO, so it is an agenda.
You trashed it, okay.
Well, I don't want them to install advance.
No, so the only thing that worries me now is if they top decked an echo chamber is pretty sad. But that's life. Like we have to contest everything that goes down into the remote now.
But we have 2 turns to do it.
Yep.
Well, we have a turn because if they install echo chamber. So
run R&D.
Run R&D.
Yeah, we've got a pretty solid turn coming up, whatever happens. Two agendas left in the game.
Man, Dean Lisser would be really nice in this deck, but there's probably not room.
Yeah, there might be stuff to cut. It's worth looking at.
Standard procedure.
We're just going to run HQ 3 times now, I think. So break 1 sub, let the other fire. We can't actually choose to lose this trace, which is a bit sad, but it's fine. We could gain a few more credits if we could.
So just keep running HQ, I think, right?
Yep.
And if they have an echo chamber, we can hit it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I break? So just keep breaking 1 and...
Yeah, let the other fire. We're making 2 credits every time we run through this news hand.
Oh, there is no ETR.
Oh! Yeah, okay.
So used to that ETR.
Yeah.
It's been here all game.
Yeah, we've had a good old current war this game, as Lucas intended. We can install the corporate grant to give it a sub if we wanted.
If we want, if we want.
So there's Fairchild 3. What have we seen from hand? Fairchild 3 Newshound standard procedure.
So yeah, we saw news. Oh, you can't doesn't have it. So yeah, Fairchild 3.
The other Newshound we've seen in hand. And did we see the standard procedure off R&D?
We saw a standard procedure off R&D.
So what's the other card we've seen? Oh no, we haven't seen. We're about to see the third.
I'm going to run HQ again.
Yep. So now getting turtle counters is trivial.
But they probably purge here, right? But then we just rebuild them up.
Yeah, then we just build them back up again.
So Newshound. So a bunch of Newshounds.
So we know that's the same Newshound that we just hit twice because we know there's one on the remote.
But yeah, there's 2. I feel like they draw, and jam Echo Chamber, to be honest, right?
Yeah, that's their best out, I would have thought.
CVS is their best out if they didn't have it in the bin.
Yeah. Yeah, they might have more, or preemptive.
This is probably the other Newshound, right?
Sure.
Or Toll Booth.
Isn't that bad to install? The Newshound is just bad. But they might be trashing the old one.
Fairchild 3.
3, okay.
And then that one is probably the Toll Booth, because they had a Toll Booth in hand.
Yeah.
Unless these are 2 Toll Booths. I say we hit R&D.
Yep. That's where we start.
Do we Nexus this?
Does Nexus make us play the 3 of Toll Booth? I actually can't remember.
We don't have to. We bypass it.
But is it... Do we have to encounter it to fire the bypass? I can't remember how this works. They're both on encounter effects.
Ours goes first, and then we bypass it. Like, so
okay.
Ours goes first.
It is just like Femme. Okay. Are we going to want to use it later in the turn? Is the question. Probably not, right?
Probably not.
Yeah. So just fire it. If we're using it again in the turn, it's because we're running through the Toll Booth again. So yeah. So let's pay.
I can just break this, to be honest.
You should still let it fire, right?
It's even.
Yeah, so it's better to let it fire than to use an Aumakua. It doesn't make a huge difference. But yeah, it is 1 credit. Oof. Yeah.
So now we're gonna
just hit R&D again, pay 1. This is some old school Netrunner running for a single R&D access.
Yeah, the turning wheel would be nice, but we've had no opportunity to draw, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of the time, this was also the true. I don't know if you ever played Nexus Kate. This would often be the case with Nexus Kate. Is your rig will get mostly set up, and it would be correct to not draw any more cards.
So let's contest HQ.
Yeah, there's 1 unknown card in HQ.
They didn't draw 1, 2, 3.
And let it fire. We might want to draw a card with our last click. Just because it's pretty sweet if we hit turning wheel or legwork. Or Deuces Wild, actually. Deuces Wild is another card that could win us a game we're otherwise losing. Okay, so we know HQ, right? Newshound, Endless Eula. We know IPO's on top of the deck. We can't see any more cards, so yeah, I would just grab a card.
What does this do? Solid card from your group, lowering its install cost by 8. That's for your Nexus.
Yep.
So I need a counter here. So R&D probably, right?
So
I get through the toll booth and then I go through this trace.
I would run Archives first because Archives gives you a counter, right?
Oh yeah,
it purges, but then afterwards you get a counter.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Do that. Sometimes this doesn't work on Janet, and sometimes it does, but it should definitely give you a counter.
It did last time, so we should be good.
Okay.
And then R&D.
And then probably just drawing cards. Because we might need those cards to get out of a bind. 2 and 7 to win the game.
Yeah, I think it's likely we're going to hit some stuff we want.
Yep. Falsified Credentials would also hilariously not be a terrible draw, because you can use it to get an Aumakua counter.
Hedge fund.
Okay, and then draw a card, draw a card. Don't really need to install that, just grab another card. Okay. Oh, we have a Femme in our deck too, which might get us out of a game, which might stop us losing a game.
What am I getting rid of here? Rogue Trading we don't need. Citadel Sanctuary we don't need.
Kiting and Citadel Sanctuary.
Film we don't really need.
We don't really need much of this, but I would lose the kiting because that is very unlikely to do anything.
Sorry, I got rid of.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I don't think the cards are coming up. Like I think we're pretty sure we know their agenda suite, and degree mill. It's not okay. Oh, don't storm anything, please. Okay.
This is probably Echo Chamber, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we can get. We have 2 counters. We can get 1 off of R&D. Well,
that's it. That's it, though, right?
Do we want to? That's 3. It's better to hit HQ. This might be game. We might not be able to contest this.
Okay.
We could draw with Diesel, see if we hit some exposed stuff or inside jobs.
We could hit, yeah. If we hit Femme, we can't hit inside job. There's only one on the deck.
Oh, okay.
We could hit Femme. We could hit Deuces Wild. Those would be our 2 big draws.
We don't want to use our Nexus yet. We should probably hit this Diesel first, right?
Yep.
2 Deuces Wild.
Interesting. Okay, so we could Deuces and run.
So we expose just one of these ice.
Yeah. Okay. So let's.
But it forces us. It forces us to use our Nexus.
So here's what we can do. We can run R&D
with
Nexus
Deuces.
No, just normally. It doesn't make a difference.
I think. Well, okay. Go ahead.
So what I was going to say, I don't know if there's a more efficient way to do this. We run R&D, Deuces, Nexus through the booth, run through Archangel, get counter number 3, then Deuces the remote, run up to 4 counters. The run ends. Deuces the remote again up to 5 counters. This time we can get through.
I think we do it a different way. I think we.
There's probably a different way.
I think we Deuces Wild, expose, get a counter to 3, run R&D with the run, and then you get your 4th counter. Play Deuces again.
Yep.
To run the remote. And,
yep.
And then you have an extra click.
And we draw cards too.
Yep.
Which could be relevant. So, yeah, Deuces to draw.
So draw 2.
Yep.
Then expose 1 ice. And then run R&D.
Yeah.
And I Nexus this.
Yes, yeah, we do, because this is getting us a counter. Because we need to succeed to get the counter.
Because all this ice is strength 5.
Yep.
Oh, too much. But we won't be able to use Maxwell. But I think that's okay.
No, but I think that's fine. Yeah.
We might just win right here, though.
Yeah, that's the other thing about this play.
We do not trash.
No, absolutely not.
We now can run Deuces again and run this remote. We should be able to get all the way in.
Yep. And again, draw with Deuces.
So we also could do Deuces, draw, expose an ice, run HQ, and then Maxwell goes online.
Yeah.
And then we can run server 1 with our last click.
We know all the cards in HQ, right?
They drew a mandatory. Yeah, that's true. We do.
But this gives us another Aumakua counter, which could be relevant.
It would give us an extra one.
What do we want? what do we want to do with our last click is the question. Like, is there anything even worth doing? There may well not be. Even if we draw a turning, we might want to install it. Yeah, okay, I like expose a nice run HQ. I respect that play.
So let's draw 2 cards. Let's expose... We know all these, right? New Sound,
so.
Fairchild. This is the other toll booth, I believe. Oh, it's the other data loop.
Okay.
Run HQ. Break. Break. Break.
We can let the Fairchild eat a rogue training at some point, but it's probably not worth it yet. Just let that fire. This is the other good thing about running HQ is it costs us nothing.
Costs us 3.
Costs us 3 and we gain 3 of power tap, so it's fine.
Last click, we have to run the remote.
Yep. Is that the last echo chamber?
If it is, yeah, then
yeah.
It's hard for them because they take 2 turns to score.
They might IAA Biovolt. IAA Biovolt is fine though, right? We just run it anyway, just to make them use it. There's a good chance they're just going to let us in. Although, no, they should just res, yeah. Okay.
Could be CVS.
Could be.
I mean, if I was them, I would just install anything that was installable, to be honest, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Might have been better to de-res that one with Maxwell.
Yeah, maybe. I like sitting on the Maxwell for a little bit longer. They're getting poor too now.
Yep. Credit cutting, we're not really using. I wish I could just discard these and have to, instead of having to put them back.
Yeah. They should have trashed over the Newshound when they installed the ice as well. They're not going to res it here.
They're broke. They can't do even do it.
Oh, they can't even do it. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, so now we may well end up at a point where we only need 4 counters to get into the remote because of Maxwell James. Like we can Maxwell 1 strength 5 ice and Nexus the other.
Oh, this must be an agenda.
Oh, they jammed an agenda.
Yep.
Yep. Pick your least 2 favorite cards.
I just picked the 2 in a row.
Yeah, do it efficiently.
Yeah, I think they were just too slow.
Yep.
You got to go fast.
Well, that was really, I mean, that was really close, but we made it out. That was a good one. That was a good one to show the 419 deck. We showed like some 419 tricks. We did show the weakness of the deck, right? We didn't see our one-off turning wheel.
Yeah.
There were a couple of turns where things felt not great. You know, if they'd drawn a couple more hedge funds and maybe another agenda, could have lost.
Hold on just a second. My son's coming down here. I got to tell him to go away. 2 seconds. Hey, sorry about that. I had to yell at my son a little bit to go away.
Oh, I hope you weren't too mean.
No. He's fine. It's fine.
I'm sure it's totally fine. How old is he?
That one is 4.
Oh, wow.
That was Lincoln. Okay, so let's see. I guess we'll just try and stick here in competitive. I do feel bad that we play so slow, but
it's hard, right? And especially like this deck is one
it's slow
where,
already.
There's a lot of sequencing and it's slow. Its game plan is slow because it wants to go into the late game, and you sometimes have these slow ass turns where you're looking at a rogue trading and a Citadel Sanctuary, and you're like, maths time.
Yeah, exactly.
So because a lot of the time, sometimes with trace math, you can sort of just like look at the numbers and guess. You're like, oh, I have this many credits, they have this many credits. There's an Ash, costs 2, trace 4. Okay, I think this is good for me to run. Like, sometimes I think that's correct in tournaments, because if you try and do the maths every time, your brain will melt. But with this 4 and 9 deck, a lot of the time you do have to do all of the maths. Because of, like, power taps, and, like, if they pay all in and then trash your stuff, it could be a disaster.
Yeah.
Like, ooh.
What do you think of the starting hand?
Not great. Like, we're looking at a Deuces and 4 cards we're not that excited to play with at the moment. Turning Wheel is it's nice to see, but we throw it back, I think. I would throw this.
I can't throw this one, no.
Nope, this is pretty bad. But if we find a Citadel Sanctuary, it's not the worst. We are drawing cards with this
Mason
hand.
Bellamy, SSL.
Oh,
Scarcity.
No.
Turn 1 Scarcity.
But they do have an SSL that we could try and grab to turn it off.
Let's do it.
Draw some cards. I think we draw a card first. Okay. Oh, do we Aumakua?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably do. We're on 2 credits now, which is sad. Oh.
Yeah, but we don't run the risk of being... I mean, we do run the risk of being poor, but...
Sweet, we saw Mason twice. What's the strength on an Assy?
I believe it's 4. No. No. 5. Oof. It's annoying.
It is annoying.
And that's probably what that is. Yep.
Yep.
So we got a counter, which is okay. So we're going to hit R&D.
Yeah. Yep, grab a card first, I think. Just draw. Okay, great. That's nothing for an R&D.
Marcus Batty. I don't like Marcus Batty.
No, I think we probably have to trash it, but it makes me really sad. Trash it, run again, and then click for a credit. Boo.
We don't need credit kiting, right? No.
That's probably the ditch, yeah. Sometimes the credit kiting is okay in these situations, because you might have a sweet turn where they think they can rush you, and you run kiting a Femme and run their remote. But in this case, we probably just leave it. Okay, they're very rich. We're very sad. Take a card, I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. If that scarcity goes away, we have a game plan. Although it's not a great one because they're quite rich.
Another baddie?
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to trash it?
Yeah, trash it, run again. And then take a credit. Okay, okay. That's the start. Get the road trading down, because we don't really want to lose any of these cards, and we don't want to risk a scarcity.
Yeah.
The only thing is, it's going to be really hard to win a trace on
right
that
now.
Citadel Sanctuary. Yeah.
They have another SSL in hand, though.
Yeah.
That's Rashida.
Yeah.
But we can't actually get through that thing.
No.
Do we rogue?
I still think... I kind of want to...
If
we rogue...
We could take 2 tags. Just leave them.
If we take... So, oh, right. Take 12, take 2 tags.
Deal with them later.
Have to clear them eventually. I don't hate that play, though. Okay. Let's think. Juices would be great. Like, that's what we would like to draw. But, okay, yeah. Well,
I mean, they might trash this thing as the worst thing, but I think we still get a lot of value out of it.
That's okay, yeah. So the awkward part here is we're going to have to clear those tags eventually. And, are we going to be able to do that in an efficient way?
I don't know.
Is the question. So Deuces is going to be good. Citadel Sanctuary is going to clear one but not the other, so we might end up on doing a turn where we have to clear, install Sanctuary.
They really want to jam this turn, but we do have a nice Aumakua.
Yeah. Yeah, they can't jam yet. I do think we should draw a card next turn, because Deuces would be sweet. Oh man, they're going to score an Issei? Oh, that's probably an Issei, right? So we should probably just inside job.
I mean, or an NGO. but it's likely they're on Nisei, right?
Yeah, I think this, like once you see Mason Bellamy, you assume that they're trying to end up doing a thing where they like lock you out.
So you feel like inside job here?
Yeah, I like an inside job. If this is an Issei, we've got a good game plan to victory.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is perfect to.
Yeah.
They're gonna push us.
Okay.
Oh no,
What?
they don't.
Oh.
We could fem this.
We just let the run end run twice and run back into the remote, right?
We
like, run R&D Aumakua, run R&D Aumakua, run the remote.
Oh yeah.
Break with Aumakua. It's a weird play from them though. Maybe it is an NGO? But like if the runner
Yeah, I feel like it's a Nisei.
Yeah, because you wouldn't want to like because if it is a Nisei and they do the thing they were probably planning on where they this is weird. Something weird is happening.
Nice.
Sweet. Okay, so are we just going to end up on the plan where we just run HQ a bunch? Like,
there's an SSL in there, right?
Yeah.
And we can now get through the. They got a purge here, I think, right? Maybe not. They're not going to.
Mm. So we have 2 legworks. Are we drawing for them, or are we just? Oh, so they're going to go on the purge plan.
They're going to purge next turn. So maybe we hit HQ a few times.
Yeah, so we can hit HQ 3 times.
Cost us 3 to get through that. I feel like we do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
No, I think I like it.
This is not the normal power taps deck.
No.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh man, that was exciting.
Yeah, that was fun.
So that does show that like sometimes you can play on this metric. That's what Aumakua does. The original list for this deck, as they drew it up, had 2 Aumakuas, but Chris reckoned it was probably right to play 3 just because you want to see it early, and that game kind of proves why. It lets you can play a pretty okay early game. That's the contrast between this and something like a more classic like Nexus Sunny deck.
Mm-hmm. So we don't want to play them.
No, we want to try and get a different game.
Yeah, I mean, but I do like that play of going tag me right there because our resources didn't matter, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely didn't respect the tag me line as much as I should have done. That was a good call from you.
Because then once you get that Deuces Wild, it's really nice, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting a lot of lag here. Hold on, I'm gonna see what's going on here. I'm getting all. Okay, everyone, it looks like we are back online. Let me know if you guys hear it. We You know, my mistake, I ended up let's see if you guys are all here. Are we going now? I think we're going. Oh, man, guys, sorry about that. So the issue I had was I had my computer plugged in to a power strip, but the power strip was reset. Or like it was, so it wasn't like actually active, and so I wasn't paying attention to my power, and then all of a sudden my computer died. So I apologize for that, and hopefully we can get one more game in here. Since I had to set up so quick, I don't have all of our faces and whatnot, but that'll be okay. We can still chat. And Alex, you're back with us, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, let's. We got a game right here.
That's a player from the UK.
CI.
Chris Martin, pretty good. This hand looks keepable to me. Almost certainly on the Stell Moon. I don't know what other archetype you can play out of this deck nowadays, really.
Gotcha. Yeah. Do I keep this?
I would keep.
What's our game plan here? To be honest, I don't know.
Don't Stell Mooners. Okay,
You what?
Quite as bad. We don't want them to Estelle Moon immediately. That's not a great start. So our game plan here is we have Film Critic, right? So that shuts off the Lakshmi plan. We can start getting in anywhere. We get a turning wheel. And we also get rich from rogue trading. We start trashing everything. Your matchup is okay as long as they don't outpace you. So I would fire off a Diesel to begin with here.
Diesel, sure gamble.
Gamble, Grant, Earthrise, I think. Grant's pretty good against CI.
Because it's every time I install something.
Yeah. Well, the first time.
They are probably... They're not in a good spot, are they?
No.
So Architect.
Yep.
And we don't know this first dice, do we?
We do not.
Probably Architect or something like that. Generally, it's... What is it? The tour guides, Architects, Enigma.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to risk running HQ here because an Architect could catch them up. But I do like an Aumakua, run R&D, and then click for 2 credits. Falsified Credentials is almost certainly going to fire this game. Okay, interesting. That's worth bearing in mind. Although they may well expose it as soon as they install it. But
yep.
Hey-ho. We want to be trying to maximize this corporate grant a little bit, so we're going to install cards where we otherwise wouldn't occasionally. Like we may end up throwing down the Underworld Contact or something. Yep, so they're going to show this Architect probably. They're not installing anything for us to use our Falsified Credentials.
I think it's because they don't have things they really want to install.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Unless they're not on a Moons build.
Maybe, yeah, maybe they're on some kind of... But that would be weird with Architect and Jeeves, right? Like, our Moons is restricted, so that might be the reason not to. I think I want to draw on game money with Deuces. I know it floods our hand, but if we can find a link, we can get these Underworld Contacts down. We really want Umbrella.
Draw again?
No, I think we like Turning Wheel, Underworld Contact, take a credit, which I know is not that exciting.
No. What do we ditch?
We want to maximize our... I think we ditch a Legwork. Or do you think that that's wrong? No, lose an Underworld Contact, actually. By the time we have enough like tempo to get 3 Underworld Contacts down, we should win.
Yeah.
So, just lose it. What a game of Netrunner this is. Okay.
So I can run Archives and be able to contest these Architects.
Yep. So So
this is if it's a tour guide, we can't get. Well, it's only cost us 1.
Yeah.
Pretty poor though.
Yeah, I'm still tempted to like take 3 credits and
Drawn.
throw that in a Citadel Sanctuary.
Does that give you a link? No.
No, still not, sadly. But we can credit kiting an Earthrise Hotel, which is kind of funny. So if we get the Citadel Sanctuary down, that will save us some money.
Okay.
Like run archives for an Aumakua. Don't do it yet, but that's something we should think about. And also, if we install each turn, we're still taking their recon with this Corp grant. So
I'm gonna run archives just for kicks.
Okay. Yep.
Enigma.
They ditch. Okay, so that makes it even more likely that we're looking at a.
What am I getting rid of here?
Underworld Contact Legwork.
So Legwork. Are we going to play the credit kiting? We are. Falsified Credentials.
I think we're going to try. It's going to be so good if they just install an asset though.
Oh
and
yeah.
That's what they're going to try and do, right? So I think we have to keep it. I would lose the other Underworld Contact. With CI, you can take more risks with your... Okay. You can take more risks with your Citadel Sanctuary traces, because if they pay in a bunch...
Okay, that's a Rashida.
Sweet.
We can actually contest it. Probably.
Yeah, so...
Well, it's going to probably... So we're going to use this Falsified.
Mm-hmm. They should have rezzed that Rashida. So yeah, credit Falsified. Credit and give them a couple of seconds. And then just Falsified. And
now do I run this?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. Now run server 2.
Fairchild 3. This makes them very poor.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Sadly, we can't install anything to use our corporate grant. Is the other one Rashida?
Oh, the restricted is Fairchild 3.
Oh.
This might not be a Moons deck.
Great point. Server 3 might be in advanced assembly lines. But run it in case it's a Rashida. Huh.
This is a Stinson build.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, sadly we need to take money. Okay, Diesel. Yeah, falsified that MCA. I quite like running archives and kiting the Earthrise.
Because you have to make a central server. Okay.
Yeah.
And you take a tag?
Yeah, but we have Citadel Sanctuary.
Play only if it makes successful run. So I have to run archives.
Oh, no, actually, you could run HQ here.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea because they might be flooded.
Yeah, and if they pay, like, this doesn't make our maths any worse. Okay, yeah, pay them both. And we get a turning wheel counter.
Moonbed Virtual Tour.
Yeah. And then kite the Earthrise. What a game. And then, yeah, I highly doubt they're going to... Yeah.
And we're even.
Yep. And you can... Kiting a Nexus into play at some point as well, but that's not really our priority.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're going to MVTS. We still might just fire off a legwork at some point. But...
Could run... Okay, so we get 3 clicks. Hit it R&D maybe? It's a architect we know.
Don't we just
rogue trading?
Rogue trading and hit rogue trading.
But I have an extra click.
No, you don't, because of MCA.
Oh, you're right.
And then next time we're going to look to trash the MCA. And also, this trashing Jeeves is going higher and higher on our to-do list. Okay. Yep.
So, what do we think this server 3 is?
Didn't we see an architect off the top of R&D at some point? Or was that before or after the Jeeves guys?
I think the architect is R&D.
Mm.
And server 1 is our architect.
They also paid 1 to prevent the ice from... What does that mean? Oh,
we have 4 clicks too. We have 4 clicks.
Oh yeah, they purged and installed.
Could be an architect.
Architect's actually not the worst ever, right?
No. I think it's better in Moons, but here it's not that bad. As bad.
Yeah.
I'm just going to run server 3.
Yep, I like it a lot. If it's Fairchild, that's also fine.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Just let it fire, right? Just let it tag us?
No, because I don't have 2 tags.
Oh, from that,
I can just pay 2.
Pay 2, yeah, pay 2. And then let the run end, and then the run has to end. I think I want to power tap here. And then, do we want to credit legwork? Probably not, right? Probably way too.
Well, I'm gonna hit the MVT.
Yeah, yeah. So the MVT sucks for us. So just take 2, I guess.
It'd be good to.
We can go and trash that MCA. We can run archives kiting the security nexus.
Trash it next turn, yeah.
Yeah. Or just top deck an IJ would obviously be the best. It's important to know your best case scenarios. Also, getting that nexus into play means that this Underworld Contact we've had in play since like turn 3 will finally start paying us.
So we can expose some stuff.
Don't know how much we need to. Isn't it just run archives, kiting, run MCA?
So how many clicks is that? 3? Oh, because we only have 3 clicks.
Yeah. Yeah.
But do we could get some value though.
Oh yeah, because
we get the run and the expose and the money.
Juice is just for money, expose and run. Yep.
So I'm exposing. We don't know R&D. We don't know one or R&D, but I think I want to expose R&D.
Sure. Yeah.
It's the architect. Okay. And we can't break that, so I'm going to go archives. And then gain 3.
Yep. So yeah, credit counting can just be insane. Which is why, even though it's a bit of a strange card, it is worth running.
They boosted it.
What? So we could pay 8 credits and then 3. There's 8 credits to get through, 3 to trash. So that puts us down to 3, and then I think
it's not horrible. They might be able to land a tag.
Yeah.
They might want to fire Stinson.
Yeah. I think we have to pay through it though, right? Because otherwise we end our turn tagged because Nexus tags you if they win the trace. So we could just let the MCA go, right? And then they can't Stinson. Is that something we're thinking about?
We get a counter, which is nice.
Yeah, I think it's probably safest to leave it. Sad as it is to say,
they don't have the money to really do a big score, to be honest.
Yeah.
Did they boost that? No.
No.
It's better not to let Stinson fire.
Yeah, absolutely. They could Econ Warfare Stinson us.
That's still kind of clunky.
Yep. Um, so are we contesting this thing now?
So if we play Legwork, we can get through and don't have to pay the MVT. Because we will be...
Oh, we can go to 4?
We can pay 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're at 4, so we don't have to pay the MVT.
And then we can rogue trading with our last 2 clicks.
We only have... Yeah, with our last 2, yeah.
Or we could rogue trading, run and trash MVT, right?
Yeah, but do we want to eventually trash MVT?
Yeah, like are they going to score an elective upgrade or something and make the game really hard for us? Are they going to do something degenerate with it? They have a Jeeves too, so I'd be somewhat tempted to go and kill it.
Are you talking about the MC austerity?
MCA austerity. I'm talking about going to kill the MCA austerity. So we like rogue trading up to 14, run it, Nexus through, and kill it. I think that's better because I don't think there's any hurry on the legwork. I could be wrong, but
I like that plan.
And again, maybe they're going to try and pay in a whole bunch, but
I don't think paying into it's smart, to be honest.
So we have to pay 8 down to 7.
We can't really trash this, but it's really bad for them.
Yeah.
They can't score an elective upgrade.
No.
I think I don't trash it.
Yeah, I agree. God, this game's gone to a weird place. But yeah, sometimes this happens with the 419 deck. Like they start trying to play your trace game with you, and
they can
work. Yeah. But sometimes what it does is it just pushes the game back, right? Like. Okay,
so yeah, they might be doing this for value, right? There's no way they're doing this to score. What?
Are they going to reuse? No. That was pretty wild. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Need to trash it. Yeah.
Well, anyways, it worked out. It took us a little bit to figure out what was going on, though.
Yeah. And what the right line was. Like this 419 deck sometimes it looks or feels a bit like just a big rig deck where you just try and get the time to build up your rig and not lose.
Yeah.
But because the power of the deck to get the power in this deck, you have had to make some concessions. Like you don't have any just installable, easy to use breakers.
Mm-hmm.
All your ice breaking solutions take effort and time. You've got weird cards like credit kiting. You need to know whether you're supposed to make risks with traces. So part of the reason that I've been playing it a lot and thinking about it is I think the games with it are really are fun and interesting a lot of the time.
They are kind of like taxing though on the brain. Like it's not like just, you know what I mean? Like rolling through. Like some decks I feel like I just play and I don't even have to think.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm taxed a little bit, like, oh, I guess you're just doing more math, so that's really what it is.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, like I said, this deck forces you to do maths, which might make it like an awkward choice for Euros. That kind of thing, you absolutely should consider, especially since you're playing it on JNet and you can look at all the numbers. Mm-hmm. In real life, you also need to like count credits and count link every turn.
Yeah,
and
which is like
your triggers, which is also a lot of more maths, right?
Which is like easy to do, is to like just or it's hard to do in a tournament, to be honest.
Yeah. So with that game we just played, we got a few extra credits from the Underworld Contact at the end because Nexus gives you a link. Like neither of us really acknowledged that. It just happened, and maybe we would have forgotten if it was in real life because we had a lot of other things to think about. But those few credits could have been massively relevant.
Yeah, and what's interesting is JNet like kind of spoils you a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So like I'm able to go back and like look at cards. I'm like, oh yeah, what was that card we saw?
Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, Alex, thanks so much for coming on and showing me this deck. This is a lot of fun, and
Yeah, I had 3 really fun games.
making also making your you're available this evening for you. So I really appreciate that.
Oh no, it's totally fine.
Yeah, and then so kind of what I do from this is I'm going to be playing this deck throughout the week, and then what I do is I record my games and I reflect on them. So if you ever go back and watch those, you can give me feedback on my mistakes. So
I would love to. I want to see this deck in action, and you brought a new perspective to it, like in game 2, where you just decided it was probably right to go tag me, and I don't know if I would have seen that all on my own. So I'll be really interested to watch your games back.
cool. Well, hey, thanks so much, and sorry to all of you guys on the stream. I apologize for my mishap of not plugging my computer in. Sorry, it was a little. Hopefully, it didn't disrupt your guys' flow that much. But anyways, thanks for watching, and Alex, thanks again. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Okay, bye everyone.